Alrighty, let's do this. What's up, Easy? How you doing? Whoa. Hi-oh. How's it going? Hope you're doing well, everybody. Just on my drive here. What's going on? Mark, what's up, buddy? What are you up to, Sherman? I am driving from Texas to Wisconsin in 19 and a half hours, baby. Just started a little hour and a half ago. Yo, Sherm, I'm graduating from high school today. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. What's next for you, Easy? What are you going to be doing, man? College, technical college, university. What is on your horizon? It's exciting, man. World's your oyster. Careful, my man. Always be careful, man. Absolutely crazy out there. So I am was just on the phone with a buddy of mine. Hey, what's up, Stefan? Good to see you, man. Good to chat. Daniel, what's up, man? Let's see. I just take these off because it's hard to read with these. Starting my own business. I like that. Way to go. Congratulations. Great news, Sherm. I have managed my first ambassador deal. Fantastic. Great news. Congratulations to you. Having a labor law exam tomorrow. Sergey does not sound enjoyable, man. Does not sound enjoyable. But so good luck. Good luck. Enjoy the study time. Hopefully you know everything you need to know about labor law in order to excel on the exam tomorrow. I don't know much about labor law outside of when I hire people and fire people. I have to do a certain amount of compliance and documentation in order to do that in a way that's legal. Let's see. I just landed an internship for Instagram lead and follower building. Can't wait to see how it plays out. That's fantastic, Daniel. Like that. Hey, congratulations, man. That is super cool. The cool thing about it as well is that you'll really be able to understand what is really driving people to a particular organization. I love different strategies in order to have businesses and personal brands connecting with people. I think it's super exciting. So way to go. Congratulations, man. I credit a lot to you and Gary as your mindset has grown on me. Hey, thanks very much. I appreciate that. But always remember, it's always going to be you. I might give you a different idea or a glimpse into something, but remember, you're going to be the one that's going to be having that interview, having those conversations, and selling yourself, and then ultimately delivering on anything that it is that you said you're going to do. So all the credit to you, my man. All the credit to you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome, Sergey. Let's see. Sosa, what's up, girl? How you doing? You're great on what you do, and 100% for that you're awesome. Thank you so much. I like our little game that we have going back and forth about just sending hearts back and forth. That's just a lot of fun for me. Decided I'm going to take a year out and spend it building my pay. Oh, very cool. I like that idea. Let me know how you're going to build that. I like to know that. Need to go continue the preparation. Oh, no, Sergey, go do it, man. Go get ready for that labor law exam. Best of luck to you tomorrow, man. Let's see. Following you and to see that, yeah. So the interesting thing, Daniel, I think a lot of times employers, they have a tendency to create social media because they're like, oh, I know we need to do it, but they don't really have a strategy. And so in my mind, if I'm creating a strategy, I would first look at the months of the year, right? And I'd say, okay, we're here in the month of June. For a lot of people, that's summertime, right? And so I want to have some posts that's about summertime. It might be, it doesn't really matter what my business is. It might be talking about suntan lotion for the kiddos, or, for your skin, or, don't forget to buy new flip-flops or something, right? That's just summer related that I'm enjoying by connecting with the followers, right? The other thing that I would focus very, very heavily on then is on a daily basis, what is our strategy Monday to Friday in following hashtags, right? Is it Monday motivation, Tuesday motivation, Wednesday wisdom, throwback Thursday, flashback Friday feeling, right? Like every single day I'd have a specific strategy in our post from a hashtag hashtag perspective. And then I would want to make sure that we as an organization are basically owning a specific hashtag, right? So if it's like hashtag, like so for example, in every single post that I have social on social, smile, I just added that, win the day, smile on, right? Like I have go giver. So I have specific hashtags that I'm constantly putting out there. One, because I want to kind of own that hashtag. Even if there's like thousands of other people doing it, I want to see so much of my content within that hashtag that people kind of know me for a specific theme. The other thing that it makes me think about is that you have a hashtag that is maybe specifically yours, right? So it might be, maybe like a theme that you have as a business, right? Like helping people get more, or, giving people a new ride, or helping people smile, right? Like to have that as like your hashtag, you're just reiterating your overall culture and brand to the community and to other people. So that can be really, really valuable. Let's see, my coffee shop manager is eager to post on Instagram, but they have no strategy. Yeah. I'm hoping they'll let me build a model first. It's latte art. And scrolls low. All right, gotcha. So I think sometimes you can start posting without having a theme and a strategy. So sometimes it's just important just to kind of start getting out there and starting having stuff, because I'm sure you guys are similar, right? You'll have people that connect with you and then they binge consume you, right? So they literally go from like your most recent post and then they go like 10 deep, or they go like 7 deep, right? They're binge consuming you, right? Because there's not an easy way to go throughout that. They're literally like hitting a post, going back, hitting a post, going back, hitting a post, going back, hitting a post, going back to your original main page. And so they're taking the deliberate moment, a minute, 2 minutes, to literally go into every single thing that you've posted. And so with that, you want to make sure that you're giving people enough to make comments on, right? And so that's really where the more that you have out there, the better it is that you can connect with people. The other thing is that although you might have not necessarily have a strategy, as you constantly post, you might recognize that people have a different reaction, or you have different traction with different kinds of posts, right? So you might notice that a lot of times I don't post a lot of family time, because I think it's up to them whether they want to post themselves out there in a public sphere like I do. But I do the nutrition, or not nutrition. I do my fitness, right? I don't do my nutrition because I don't know. I don't find it very interesting. Some of the stuff that I consume, because some of it's garbage too. Not that I'm trying to hide that. I think most people know that I pounded soda like nobody's business. Although I am pulling back on that one. So in this context, you can start creating strategy by monitoring what people are actually engaging with, what they're enjoying from a view perspective. A lot of times I end up doing a video, even when I do the profile of the day, when I'm recognizing another person's page, I actually will go back into several posts that they have to try to find a video, because there's more engagement in a video, there's more likes, there's more unique engagements, there's more comments typically that come out of a video than a still photo. And so that's really what I'm trying to hammer down on is that context, right? So I think if you don't have the strategy right out of the gate, you can find it and totally be okay with that. I love hearing your motivational live videos. Very inspiring and helpful. Sosa, super thoughtful of you to say that. I'm going to pin that. By the way, guys, if you aren't following Sosa, like, super motivating to watch her fitness. Now, to me, form is the most important thing when it comes to exercising. Weight is way low on that totem pole. And this woman has to have one of the best forms in any exercise that she does. Plus, when she does the TRX bands, those are the yellow bands, they're like suspended from afar. She has impeccable form. So if you want to see some inspiring fitness videos, I'd be watching her stuff. Plus, she's really good at nutrition, which I am not. So that could be another reason why you might want to follow her. Maybe it might motivate you to make better financial, nutritional decisions. That was financial decisions. That's what I do. Sherman, sold wisdom. Solid wisdom there. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Stefan, always super thoughtful, man, for you to give that feedback. So that's why I pinned Sosa, because I think you guys will enjoy her page. I thoroughly enjoy like her posts that she puts up of exercising, because I do look for different ways to be able to exercise and to get to stay fit. I will be posting up later some of my curls here when I pump for gas, because I find that fun. And I just want to be able to show people that you don't have to go to a gym to always exercise, right? You don't need to put on like your special workout clothes or, your leotard or whatever. You can literally just grab the dumbbell out of your back of your car and do some curls, right? And over time, you can get in a lot of sets and reps if you just do a little bit at a time, right? So it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to dedicate 1 hour right now, just pure workout time. No, it can be like 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 10 minutes there, right? Like you can get it in there. That's what she said. Anyway, I had to slip that in there because it sounded funny. Let's see. So that's kind of what's on my mind. So congratulations, Daniel. Super awesome that you got that internship. And that's in my opinion, social media is going to create a literal industry of like photographers, videographers, content editors. Literally, the advertising is shifting to literally social media, right? So, there literally is a job now. People can create like Snapchat filters, right? Like that's literally what people can be doing, right? Like as their job. You are just so sweet and awesome. Thanks so much. So happy to hear like my stuff. Drive safe. Always, Sosa. We'll be responding to you heart to heart later. So that's where. Sorry, got a little distracted there, but I like to read the comments, make sure that we're taking this in a live session and keeping it real. If I can use an old 1990s slang phrase, or is it early 2000s? Either way, keeping it real is an old phrase. And then when I think about like just that industry, right? That you can literally become the expert in your small town at social media. And it doesn't have to be about like money or income. It can just be about, that's what you want to be able to do to be able to give value to another organization. Or if you're already at a company, here's a way that you can really run ahead and be seen as a go-to person if they don't really have a strategy online. And that might be just selfishly, right? Where you're like, hey, I really want to understand like how we could leverage social media for ourselves as an organization. Has nothing to do with what you might be doing if you're a personal trainer, if I'm a cashier at a grocery store. But here's a way that you can learn something for you, right? You can benefit by engaging in a way that's meaningful, and that to me becomes one of the most important things when it comes about your career pursuits, right? I would tell anybody as they pursue career and when they want to like move upwards and take over the world, so to speak, that they, number one, need to have a network, right? So if they're not sitting down with other people, not their peers, other people in a different organization, they're missing out on good opportunities to be able to network, right? Good day, Nate. What's up, my friend? So I'm hiring a new team member. Any advice to a new leader? Oh, great question. So one of the first things that I would say, Nate, is one again. Sorry that I missed my our meeting today. That was totally my bad. I did not set the alarm, and next thing I know, I woke up and it's like 7. I was like, oh freak! But by the way, when I called you, I was already driving there. But you had to go, so I don't expect you to wait for me. I was late, my bad. But I appreciate your forgiveness. So, new leader. First thing that I would find out is sitting down with that new hire. And I would do this actually. I do this first when they start out because they're going to be all in on basically a team player, right? But then what I would do is I would check in after probably about 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. So once a month, I'm going to check in with them after they started. And I want it to be very casual, right? So I might even take them out for coffee. I might even take them out for lunch and just say, feedback time. What's going well? What would you like now? So 30 days in, what would you like to make sure that we focus on for the next 30 days? And then was there anything kind of looking back on these last 30 days that you wish you had known or you wish we could have translated to you already? And so by doing that feedback within the first 90 days, number one is what you're trying to establish is this open dialogue. Now the first probably 30 to 60 days, they're not going to necessarily show their true colors. They're probably going to try to hide things. But what I find is within 3 months, people settle back into their normal comfort zones. So if they're kind of used to coming in at work late, or they're used to taking a lot of cigarette breaks, that's eventually going to be seen. That's going to be a telltale sign within the first 90 days. The other thing that I want to ultimately identify in those conversations is I want them to speak. I want their voice to be heard. So that's one of the tough things, right, about being a leader, is when you ask those questions to literally shut up and just listen. Don't wait to talk, right? Don't ask for feedback if you're not willing to listen to the answers, right? And then what you're ultimately trying to find after you get some feedback from them is what is going to help motivate them. What is their KPI, right? What is their key performance indicator? Because it's not money, it's not recognition. It might be, responsibility. Maybe they want your job, but you never want to make the assumption for them. You want them to come out to you and say, this is what I want. These are the things that are important to me. And by that, then you'll be able to help them get more. I'm going to try to see if I can get rid of that glare. That glare is annoying. So I'm gonna move it because I don't like the way it looks. Okay, here we go. Boom. So that's the idea, Nate, that I would go after is what is really motivating them. Because at some point it's not money, because if that was the case, people would literally work 12 hours a day, 24 hours a day. They would sleep over at their job. They wouldn't take any time to see their family or their friends. They would work literally 7 days a week, right? Because if it's really about money, then that's how you get more money, right? Is you work your freaking face off, and that could be whether you're salaried or hourly associate. You would literally devote all time to basically crush everybody else, but it's not. And so, and at the same time, things change, right? So, for example, 10 years ago, I only had one son, and then all of a sudden I had two, right? And so my desire to have some family time was far more important then and now than it was 15 years ago when I first started right out of college, right? So just know that the KPI constantly changes. And so as a leader, you want to be able to jump in on that. Hey, Sherman, interesting question. How do you suggest to prepare for an initial Skype interview? Client support position would be able to hear your take. So, Nate, hopefully that's valuable. By the way, I'll be talking about servant leadership, creating culture from the top down and the bottom up on June 28th. So I'll be posting that video up on YouTube if that is of any value to you. What I would say, number one, from a Skype interview is I would make sure that I'm buttoned up in two ways. Number one is physically. I want to look really sharp, right? Because on Skype, especially now with videos, it can get really good. You guys can see this is scruff going on. This, by the way, is not an attractive thing. Either have a full beard or have it cleanly shaved, nowhere in between, right? Because this basically looks like I was lazy, which is the case. I'm on vacation, so this is vacation face Sherm. The other thing is that from a clothes perspective, I'd want to make sure that I look really good. Up to you whether you want to have pants on or not. Obviously, it's a Skype interview, so they're going to basically go right here. And then I'd want to make sure that behind me is real clean, have that buttoned up as well, because I wouldn't want to give the impression at all that I'm somewhat lazy, right? So maybe you go to the local library to have the Skype interview. I would also have earphones on, so that way they can hear me better than the microphone that's on my laptop or on a tablet. I want them to be able to directly hear me right here through this microphone, okay? And then definitely show up on time, be there a little bit earlier in the lobby, right, for the Skype interview. And then the last one that I would say is make sure that you are ready to answer questions, right? So I'd be really prepared for answering their questions, because in a Skype interview, just like if it were face-to-face, any downtime or pauses might feel over-accentuated because now we're far away, and the communication, even though it is on Skype, isn't instantaneous, right? So the moment that I ask a question, it's not like all of a sudden they get it on their end. There's a little bit of a delay. So you want to be able to make sure that you have prepared remarks. And I would encourage anybody, right, when it comes to your prepared remarks, have it be very specific, right? So can you give me a time where you had to show strength? I can give you a specific example when I was working in this team on a specific project. We were trying, the deadline was last year, July of 2016, on the 24th. This is what we had to do. I want to be as specific as possible. This is what I did, this is what they did, and that way I can really showcase a specific skill and not just talk about it. So that's how I'd be interviewing or getting ready for that Skype interview. Treat it basically like a normal interview, except you want to be just cognizant of your surroundings, which is a little bit unique compared to an interview where you're going on home turf, so to speak. You're going onto their land and their offices. So let's see. Hopefully that's helpful, Stefan. If there's an opportunity to be able to send them anything afterwards, if you've talked about something that was maybe specific, I would definitely be ready. Like the moment that you hang up, I would send them a follow-up email, like thanking them. If it makes sense, depending on what country they're in, right, I would handwrite a note to thank them for their time and look forward to talking with them in the future. Just because with since nobody really sends like hard letters anymore, pen to paper letters, this can be a really good opportunity to be able to connect with people that way on a very unique setting. Heck, I can count on one hand literally the people that have given me handwritten notes and how much I respected their ability and really looked forward to working with them if they decided to take the job with our firm. So definitely just a good practice. Handwritten notes are awesome. CC daily, Massimo. So what about you guys? Are there any specific strategies that you would give to Stefan when it comes to a Skype interview outside of, okay, have good clothes, have it pressed, deal with the facial hair, clean up the back behind you so that way it looks good. Use a hands-free headset, but make sure it's got on the mic so that way you can talk and it's clear, and definitely be on time. Brandon, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. How's the VA? Whoop whoop. VA, making it happen. So just giving some pointers to Stefan, who asked basically his pointers on a Skype interview. Before there was a guy that was on, Daniel. He had